Good morning. It is Thursday, October 4th. I'm Catherine Ross here at the NYSE with Jim Cramer. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are
Good,
you?
Good. You know, look, the market's down, and the market's down. Bond yields do matter. I got a piece this morning on real money talking about let's take a little longer term view, but you know, no one likes to do that. I think a lot of our viewers are not going to be traders, and what I want them to do is think twice before they just throw out everything, because the 10-year went from 3 to 3.2. But that has been the way that the machines are set up. So we're obviously going down because of that.
And so last night on Mad Money, you interviewed Cyrus One, CEO, and I'm wondering what you think about the data center in general.
Look, the data center is, the reason why I wanted him on was particularly because there is a very, I'd say, nascent sub-rosa theory that the data center is slowing. And I do not think it is slowing. I think the data center continues to expand. And Cyrus One has a better call than everybody else in the universe. And he basically said, listen, we are already doing this year, we did in the first half of the year what we did last year. The leases are longer. The demand is picking up. So I'm just not buying the data center slowdown. So when you have a market that's down 135 and people are looking for a place to go, maybe you focus on some of these data center stocks that have been down. That's the kind of thing you should be looking at.
Now that's something I really want to talk to you about, but I'm going to put it on the Action Alerts Plus member video because this is a great topic.
Very good call.
So I also want to talk to you about Mad Dash, which is two cloud computing companies, correct?
Yeah,
Cloudera.
Well, I think that Cloudera and Hortonworks were two companies. There are a lot of companies out there, Catherine, that are not big enough to be able to withstand the onslaught of, say, Oracle. Together, they might be able to. And this is, I talk a lot about this with VMware, which is teamed up with Amazon Web Services. These two companies are cloud-based. If you go to the website, you'll see exactly what they do. They do workflow management. They do, enterprise software. And enterprise software, they team up and they go against Oracle and they take clients. And that's what that deal's about. I'm going to have Cloudera on Mad Money tomorrow, and I think they'll trace out a pretty positive story. They're a new company. I recommend them from the get-go. Let's see what happens.
So I also want to talk to you about Constellation, which is real money's stock of the day.
Yeah, and look at how it's withstanding this decline in the market. Now, just the decline in the market is completely realistic. Should happen yesterday. It just should have happened yesterday. I didn't get it. So I think that the Constellation is so important because they showed an acceleration in beer. Wine and spirits was good, but really, Catherine, it's going to be cannabis. $5 billion investment. We're going to sit down with Bruce Linton, who is the CEO of Canopy, CGC, which is the company they gave the $5 billion investment, and to the president, Bill Newlands of Constellation, in a fireside chat. Catherine, I am a believer, and David Faber makes fun of me. I am a believer that this is maybe one of the great secular growth stories of our time, because cannabis could supplant lots of drugs, particularly addictive ones. Cannabis liquids are very important. Cannabis edibles are a big snack. And I keep going back to a gentleman that I spoke to who was a Central European CEO for Procter & Gamble, Green Thumb, the Dutchman. And I look at this thing and I say, Constellation has the money. Constellation's given Canopy the money. And this is going to be, without a doubt, what I actually care about as a next big thesis, which is why we made it stock of the day. Now, by the way, stock of the day yesterday was AMD. There were people worried about AMD. It was Intel AMD, Intel versus AMD, and a lot of good stuff on Intel. And the stock of the day has become one of the most read things in all finance, and we can judge that by Bloomberg. So today is Constellation, and we will do wall-to-wall Constellation. I hope you join that. I know you're doing great writing besides just interviewing me. You don't just interview me, you also do big stories. And I want people to look at what you do, not just what you ask me.
Thank you. And I do have to say, real quick, your Green Organic Dutchman CEO interview, I saw that live. It was amazing. He compared himself to that they want to be the next Whole Foods.
Right, he got the Green Organic. I was confusing it with the Green Thumb, which is another one that I like. But there's a lot of, Zed Fim has done a lot of work on this. He's a quality guy who works with me on Action Alert. on the club. And the chemicals in a lot of cannabis are something that I think younger people will rebel against. So green organic Dutch is basically going to eliminate a lot of these chemicals, which to me makes it so that there is going to be a lot of demand for Whole Foods. Now, there are a lot of short sellers in all of these names. And I get that because, you know, October 17th is not going to be watershed. Like, people thought that when Massachusetts got legalized, that people from New York would go to Massachusetts, and therefore New York would have to legalize. Well, Massachusetts has been horrendous in terms of introducing dispensaries. And remember, dispensaries are, they're not stores, okay? They're dispensaries. It's not like you can go to a 7-Eleven and get it. And if you could, I think what you would see is, just like when you go to the supermarket like a Kroger, which I like, you'd see natural organic cannabis products, and then you see the regular. And the regular is going to be filled with fertilizer. And the natural organic is what I think is going to do us. So we're going to talk about this too at our teach-in, October 13th. I believe that this, like I said, you know, I am literally just saying I don't have a lot of new trends. So if you take a look at where Kraft Heinz is, okay? Now, Kraft Heinz is Philly cream cheese and, you know, Kraft Heinz, Oscar Mayer. Look at that stock. That is the opposite of what I'm talking about. There's no growth there. No growth. What we're going to be talking about is growth, and the market likes growth. But don't get caught up. I mean, Tilray, I recognize that that's a wild trader, but Constellation's investment in Canopy has made it so it's the de facto winner. And I'm not going to recommend any of the others right now, particularly the Canadian ones, because I want people to stick with big board listed stocks, because Canada's very tricky to invest.
Yeah,
I've never actually made a lot of money investing in Canadian stocks.
Okay, so this sounds like you got to be at this event.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. We have a lot of stuff.
Exactly. All right, guys. So come and check out the Action Alerts Plus member video for the day, where we're gonna go a deeper dive into cannabis and also the clouds. So check it out. Have a great day, everyone.